What's up, everybody? I wanted to make a video today. I don't know, maybe it's a little strange to make this video, but I wanted to talk about how well, I've been, managing the difference between making a video and then talking to people in person, which, maybe there's videos out there explaining this, but I'm experiencing it for myself, and I thought it would be, I don't know, interesting to bring to the table. Obviously, I'm going to make more videos on, topics that come up in session and in life and my own thoughts, but this is something that I'm actively experiencing. And one of those things that I'm experiencing right now is trying to, I know maybe it sounds weird, but trying to bring out my personality onto a video, which, as I've been trying to do, I've been learning that it's pretty difficult, because I notice a distinction, say when I watch my video and then when I interact with people in person. I see the difference in my personality shift, and the person that I am on camera, or like I'm trying to get that to be the person that is the person that interacts with people throughout my day, and which in my videos it could seem like a little like, when I watch it, it's a little boring, it's a little like my personality isn't really all there. And as I've been experiencing that, I have a little bit of an explanation for that, but also want to try to get better at bringing what other people experience into, the camera. So my first idea that I had, and what I've been thinking about, is when I interact with somebody, I get that kind of like that, I guess, that excitement of interacting with somebody, and my personality, like I'm a people person. My videos don't show that, but when I'm interacting with somebody, my personality comes out. With these videos, it's a little, what I've been noticing is it's a little difficult, because I'm not talking to a person. Like, I'm not talking to you in person. So all I'm looking at is a camera. And it's hard to bring like that. It's almost like, I guess maybe I want to relate it to watching a movie and reading a book. Throughout my life, I've worked on, I'm more of a visual learner, and I love movies. I don't really like shows. I'm a movie person. Like, I feel like you could put, like, a good movie is like a good painting you could put on the wall, and it could just keep on running. And I'll rewatch something because it's a beautiful piece of art. So my visual learning and learning off of the text, off of a book, which I've been working on, is different. So if I had to pick, I would choose learning through watching. And obviously, I got my master's, and I had to, read, finish college, and that stuff never really came easy to me, but I've learned over time how to adapt. And, even throughout my life, high school, middle school, it was never easy, but I got to the point where I was able to get my master's and practice this stuff and learn material, and use my imagination for the words to kind of pop out. So that's not natural for me, and I've definitely learned that, and I'm trying to relate it to making these videos. My personality doesn't really come out because I'm not like interacting with somebody. And maybe that means I should do more podcast kind of stuff where I am interacting with somebody, but I appreciate those who watch. But I thought maybe it would be interesting to kind of bring out a side of this, that, like, something that I'm trying to work on, and maybe you could see the growth as I keep going. But I'm trying to more and more bring out my personality to a camera, because it's definitely hard to imagine there's someone there that I'm talking to and bring this side out. So that's definitely some things that I've been noticing. So, I mean, I'm glad that, whoever is watching, that you get to see me kind of grow out of, what I'm natural at is, talking person to person, and people would say that. And I'm sure if they watch a video, they would say like, that's not really like the full personality of that person. And I mean, I think it's funny. I think it's a little frustrating, but I think this is something like anything that you do in life. You have to like learn the new area of what you want to do. And you may have like an idea of like, okay, I want to do this. But then when you get into it, like me, like I wanted to like, be creative and make stuff, videos and, talk about life or, anything interesting that people would be interested in, like myself. Because I've learned so much from other people online. I want to make stuff too to, give that person that's searching for something like me at that, when I was younger, I would find these people online and they would just enrich my life. And I hope to give that back in some sort of way. And I always visualized me doing it, but like anything, if you visualize something in your head, when you do it, you have to learn the intricacies of that certain art. So my job is a therapist, so I've learned that. I've learned how to like interact with people one-on-one, families, and I've learned. I had a natural ability for it, but I got better over time, and I've learned the intricacies of that. Because at one time I did, I wanted, I thought I wanted to be a therapist, so I pursued it, and then I found the different parts of therapy that were like unnatural to me, and I had to learn how to do that, like making notes and, doing all this, scheduling, making my own schedule. I had to learn all that. And also interacting with people. Like, although I say like I'm a natural with talking to people, I think that I've also had to learn, how to be therapeutic to someone on a better scale, and how to kind of like, I'm probably getting into another, that could be another video, but the point of the video is, as I'm learning this, I'm learning how to bring my personality out to everybody and show how much I've learned, or, convey the message that like I learn every day, because every day I feel like I learn something, and I feel like other people relate to that. And like I said before, when I was younger, I had people that were bold enough to put what they've learned or their creative insight into life into a film, which maybe it was a little natural for them. But for me, I do better when there's somebody in front of me, when I'm interacting with somebody. So, I mean, I think it's funny. I mean, maybe you'll laugh or, get a kick out of it. But I do find this stuff not natural just to talk to a camera, because I wish that, like, the people that would be interested in watching some of the things that I got going on, I wish they were in front of me so that I can speak to them myself and, know what's going on with them, so that I could maybe, be of guidance or whatever, and so I thought I'd make a video about that. I hope that I was able to convey my personality a little bit more, and just, for future videos, like, leave this as a marker, like, okay, like, this isn't natural for this person and they're learning. And if maybe there's something in your life that you're trying to learn, maybe that gives you, to learn that somebody's had, like, they want to do something, but like there's a part of doing that actual thing that they weren't expecting. Apply that to your life. What part of your life are you like wanting to do, but then once you start doing it, you hit some roadblocks with like new skills that you had to learn? Because you could romanticize in your head what something's going to look like, but with that new area that you haven't explored, there's gonna come new skills that you will need to learn. So hopefully, like, over time, like, I'll get better at speaking to the camera and speaking like there's somebody in front of me, which is so weird. Because I just don't respond to a camera. I respond to like real people. So I'm glad you're on the journey with me, and apply it to your life. What area in your life do you need to apply new skills to? And keep practicing to get better at it, because there's a bigger vision that you have. So I just want to wrap up the message with, don't let new skills that are uncomfortable to learn get in the way of the visions that you have for your life. And that's where I'll end it, and I'll see you on the next one.